Hi, this video deals with the subject of the best natural stress remedies. If you want more advice on how to combat chronic stress, I've put together an ebook full of useful tips, so please click the link in the description for this video to check it out.
Using music to beat stress. Listening to music will also alleviate stress. Everyone has different tastes in music. You should listen to the music that makes you feel comfortable. Sitting down and forcing yourself to listen to relaxation music that you don't like may create stress, not alleviate it. Music is a significant mood changer and reliever of stress, working on many levels all at once. The entire human energetic system is extremely influenced by sounds. The physical body and chakra centers respond specifically to certain tones and frequencies. Special consideration should be given to the positive effects of one actually playing or creating music themselves. Among the first stress-fighting changes that take place when we hear a tune is an increase in deep breathing. The body's production of serotonin also accelerates. Playing music in the background while you're working has been found to reduce the stress of the workplace. Music was found to reduce heart rates and to promote higher body temperature, an indication of the onset of relaxation. Combining music with relaxation therapy has more effective than doing relaxation therapy alone. Many experts suggest that it's the rhythm of the music or the beat that has the calming effect on us, although we may not very consciously realize that. When in your mother's womb, we are influenced by the heartbeat of our mother. We respond to the soothing music at later stages in life, perhaps associating it with the safe, relaxing, protective environment provided by our mothers. Music can be one of the most soothing or nerve-wracking experiences available. Choosing what will work for any individual is difficult. Most will choose something they like instead of what might be beneficial. In doing extensive research on what any given piece of music produces in the psychological response system, many unexpected things were found. Many of the so-called meditation and relaxation recordings actually produced adverse EEG patterns, just as bad as hard rock and heavy metal. The surprising thing was many selections of Celtic, Native American, as well as various musics containing loud drums or flutes were extremely soothing. The most profound finding was that the music performed live and even at moderately loud volumes, even if somewhat discordant, had a very beneficial response. As we mentioned before, no single music is a good fit for everyone. People have different tastes, and it's important that you like the music that's being played. I recently picked up a rest and relaxation CD that has done wonders for me. It has the sounds of the ocean in the background while beautiful piano music plays. I find this very soothing. It's not a good idea to play ballads or songs that remind you of a sad time in your life when you're trying to de-stress. You're trying to relax and wash away the anxious thoughts. The last thing you need is for a sad song to bring up unhappy memories. Here's some general guidelines to follow when using music to de-stress. To wash away stress, try taking a 20-minute sound bath. Put some relaxing music on, then lie in a comfortable position on a couch or the floor near the speakers. For a deeper experience, you can wear headphones to focus your attention and to avoid distraction. Choose music with a slow rhythm, slower than the natural heartbeat, which is about 72 beats per minute. Music that has repeating or cyclical patterns is found to be effective in most people. As the music plays, allow it to wash over you, rinsing off the stress of your day. Focus on your breathing, letting it deepen, slowen, and become regular. Concentrate on the silence between the notes in the music. This keeps you from analyzing the music and makes relaxation more complete. If you need stimulation after a day of work, go for a faster music rather than slow, calming music. Turn up the volume and dance. It doesn't matter if you can actually dance. Just move along with the music and do what feels good. You'll be shocked at the release you can feel. When the going gets tough, go for music that you're familiar with, such as childhood favorites or favorite oldies. Familiarity often breeds calmness. Take walks with your favorite music playing on your iPod or your MP3 player. Inhale and exhale in tune with the music. Let the music take you. Combining exercise, imagery, and music is a fantastic stress reliever. Listening to the sounds of nature, such as the ocean waves or the calm of a deep forest, can reduce stress. Try taking a 15 to 20-minute walk if you're near the seashore or a quiet patch of woods. If not, you can buy tapes with these sounds in many music stores. Another great relaxation technique is self-hypnosis. Self-hypnosis for stress. You can also practice self-hypnosis on your own. Find a quiet place where you can fully relax and listen to your inner voice. Don't try to make something happen, just let your mind listen and relax. A large part of achieving a hypnotic state is to allow it to actually happen. Don't watch for certain signs or signals that you might be in a hypnotic state. If you look for these signs and signals, you won't be able to fully relax and gain the benefits of self-hypnosis. There are lots of different ways to experience hypnosis. Although no two people will have exactly the same experience, everyone will find the hypnotic state pleasant. There are no bad trips in hypnosis. Keep in mind that your self-hypnosis is a skill and that you will continue to get better at it. The more experienced you become, the more powerful self-hypnosis is. Set up a schedule of practice, allowing yourself between 10 and 30 minutes of uninterrupted time. If possible, practice during the best part of your day, at a time when you're least likely to be disturbed by others. Most people find the best practice lying down in a comfortable position with as few distractions as possible. If you're bothered by noise while you practice, you can try to block out some of the other source with sound. You can try stereo music in the background or white noise if you like. If, like most people, you don't have a white noise generator, try tuning a radio receiver between stations. The static you get will be that's similar to white noise. However, this takes an older or cheaper FM receiver without a noise suppressor. Sometimes AM tuners can do this for you as well. This should just be the background noise and not too loud to be distracting. The basic divisions of hypnotic induction are relaxation, deepening, suggestion application, and termination. Number 1 is relaxation. Your first job in the hypnotic induction is to slow the juices down and get yourself relaxed. But don't try to force your mind to relax. If you get yourself physically relaxed, your mind will follow. Relaxation, really deep relaxation, is an ability that most people have either lost or never developed. Some people can do it quite easily. Others cannot. They just let go of their tensions and let every part of their body become limp and relaxed. If you're one of these people, begin your self-hypnosis practice by getting nicely relaxed. Take your time. This is not something that you want to rush. The time involved for the relaxation phase of your self-hypnosis induction can vary from half an hour to just a few seconds. It's an important part of the induction and should not be slighted. As you get better at and your skills increase, you'll recognize deeply relaxed states and you'll be able to achieve them in a surprisingly short time. But as a beginner, take your time. It will be time well spent. A very popular method of deep relaxation is the Jacobson progressive relaxation procedure. This involves tensing each of the major muscle groups of your body, your foot and your lower leg on each side, upper leg and hip, abdomen, etc. Tense the muscle groups for a few seconds and then let go. Number 2 is the deepening procedures. Once you've completely relaxed and your relaxation phase is complete of your self-hypnosis induction procedure, you can begin the deepened relaxation state. At some time between the deep relaxation and the deepening procedures, you'll move into a hypnotic state. You probably won't know it, especially as a beginner, but it will happen sooner or later. One of the first hurdles a beginner must get over is the compulsion to watch for it. That is, you'll keep waiting for hypnosis to happen, for some change in your awareness or the way that you feel, that you will say to you, "Oh, you're hypnotized." Watching for hypnosis will definitely get in your way if you don't get it out of your mind. Going into a hypnotic state in this respect is similar to going to sleep. If you try to catch yourself going to sleep, if you try to be aware of the precise instant in which you actually go to sleep, you're much less likely to go to sleep. Watching keeps you awake. In the same way, you will not know when you go into a hypnotic state, but that won't be because you lost consciousness. You just won't. Later, after you have been practicing regularly for a few weeks or a month or two, you'll be much more familiar with yourself, and you'll know how it feels to be hypnotized. Does it take everyone weeks or even months to get into a good hypnotic state? Definitely not. Some people have an amazing experience the very first time they try it. Others might practice for several days, noticing nothing, and then suddenly they have one of those great induction sessions in which they know something stupendously good happened. But if you're not one of those people, don't worry about it. Just keep practicing and it will eventually get there. One of the most popular deepening procedures is called the countdown technique. Hollywood also likes this one. That's why you see it in so many movies, and that's this with the swing of a watch. To use the countdown technique, you simply start counting backward from, say, 20 or 100 or whatever you prefer. Adjust the countdown number to what feels right, and after you have practiced several times. Imagine that you're drifting deeper with each count. Other images and thoughts will probably intrude themselves as you count. It's natural. Just gently brush them aside, continuing on with your counting. The speed with which you count down should be natural, not too fast, not too slow. For most people, this means counting at a rate of about 1 count for every 1 or 2 seconds. Do it at a rate that feels comfortable and relaxed to you. Some people like to tie their count with their breathing. As they drift deeper, their breathing slows down, so their counting also slows down. Don't count out loud. Just think the way that you count and keep counting down. You want to avoid as much physical involvement and movement as possible. Number 3, suggestion application in self-hypnosis. Once you've reached the end of your deepening procedure, you're ready to apply suggestions. What you've done during the relaxation and deepening process is to increase your suggestibility. That is, you've opened up your subconscious mind at least a little bit to receive your suggestions. This works because of the particular and peculiar characteristics of the subconscious mind. The most common and easiest way to apply suggestions is to have them worked out ahead of time, properly prepared, worded, and memorized. It should not be too difficult to remember them because they should be rather short, and you're the one who composed them. If you have them ready and remembered, you can simply think your way through them at this point. Dialogue, or more properly monologue, is also okay. You just talk inside your head to yourself about what it is that you want to do, to become, or whatever. Don't say you. This is about you, so make sure when you think, you do it in the first person. For example, I'm eating less and becoming more slender every day. Elaborated suggestions are generally wordier and more of an ad lib. Food is becoming less important to me every day, and I'm filling my time with more important and meaningful pursuits than eating. It's just getting easier and easier to pass up desserts and other fattening foods, and so on. Generally speaking, the most effective kind of suggestion is image suggestion. Image suggestions usually do not use language at all. You can liken this to seeing yourself in a calm, relaxed state while in the middle of a chaotic situation. Actually, see yourself in your mind's eye. Although people sometimes see immediate results from their suggestions, it's more likely that it's going to take a little bit of time for them to kick in, so don't be impatient. On the other hand, if you have not begun to see some results within, say, a couple of weeks, you need to change your suggestions. Number 4 is termination. Once you've finished applying suggestions, you can terminate your session. You could just open your eyes, get up, and go about your business, but that's not a good idea. You should formally identify the end of every session. By doing this, you provide a clear boundary between the hypnotic state and your ordinary conscious awareness. A clear termination also prevents your self-hypnosis practice sessions from turning up into a nap. If you want to take a nap, take a nap. If you don't, do it in a way that sleeping becomes associated with self-hypnosis practice. If you're practicing at bedtime and you don't care if you go to sleep, that's okay. But still draw the line in your mind to indicate the end of your self-hypnosis session. To terminate the session, think to yourself that you're going to be fully awake and alert after you count up to 3. 1, I'm beginning to come out of it, moving toward a waking state. 2, I'm becoming more alert, getting ready to wake up. 3, I'm completely awake. Self-hypnosis can work wonders when it is practiced on a regular basis. You'd be amazingly surprised at the level of relaxation that you can get into.
Thanks for listening. As I said earlier, if you want more advice on how to combat chronic stress, my ebook is crammed full of useful tips, so please click the link in the description for this video to check it out.